Hello, everyone, and welcome to my top 25 predictions for the end of the year. So we're gonna do predictions for my top 25. Instead of doing actual top 25, I feel like it's more fun to just update these predictions every few weeks. And as soon as we get closer to playoff, once the first playoff predictions come, once the first playoff rankings instead of the AP poll, the playoff poll comes out, then I'll start making my own. But for now, we'll do a few every few weeks. We'll update this, or maybe every week. We'll see. So at number 25, we got a team that's been pretty solid this year, UCLA. They are currently 5-0. They look to be 6-0. I think they'll lose to Utah this week, but yeah, 6-3 in their conference, 9-3 overall. Number 24, I got NC State. They've already lost a game. I think they'll lose two more conference games and they'll end up at 9-3. Next, I got the TCU Horned Frogs, also 6-3 in the conference and 9-3 overall. TCU have looked very good so far, so I got them at 23 right now. 22, Kansas State, 7-2, 9-3 record overall. 7-2 in the conference. Big 12 looks okay, I guess. I feel like most of the teams will beat up on each other, so even surprising getting so many 9-3 Big 12 teams. Maybe they'll be 8-4, but as of right now, I think they'll all be 9-3. Now all the teams are the teams I'm saying right now. 21 got Baylor, also 7-2 in the conference, 9-3 overall. I think they'll get head-to-head win over Kansas State, and I think TCU could probably get them, but Baylor, I think they already lost a game in the conference, 2 games overall, because they did lose to BYU. So yeah, 20 got Arkansas, 8-4 overall, 5-3 in the conference. I think they'll bounce back. But it is unfortunate that Arkansas. Wait, no, they don't have any. I don't know who I have them losing to out of the non-conference. I was kind of confusing. Maybe it's supposed to be 4-4 in the conference. I will update that if I had the wrong thing. So, you guys will see. I'm kind of confused. I confused myself, but whatever. 19 got Minnesota. They've looked pretty good so far. They're 6-3 in the conference, 9-3 overall. So let's go to the next part. So number 18. And at 18, I got NC. Wait a minute. Oh, Washington State was at 24. NC State's at 18. My bad. They already have a loss in the season. So does Washington State. So I guess that's pretty much said the right things. Just and their conference overall is kind of similar. I just said the wrong team. So sorry. Yeah, NC State, they do have a loss to Clemson already. This week they're playing Florida State. Should be an interesting game. And if they win, maybe they could end up moving up. If they lose, they could end up moving down. We'll see. At 17, Purdue at 7-2 in the conference, 9-4 overall, having them going to the Big Ten championship game and losing to the other team. I will not tell you that other team. You will see them very soon. Well, not very soon, but you'll see them soon. 16 got Florida, 5-3 in the conference, 9-3 overall. I think that they will upset Georgia. Why did I say that? Yeah. I think they will get a few upsets. I did spoil that Georgia gets a loss, in my opinion. That is done by me, but yeah. I think they will do well. They just kind of have a tough schedule. So, yeah, 9-3 overall, 5-3 in the conference. Just hard being in the SEC, but I think Florida's a good team, and they will play well throughout the season. Number 15, Wake Forest, 6-2 in the conference, 10-2 overall. Got them, playing pretty well, but I do have them losing a few games. They already lost to Clemson. I have them losing one more. Will that be to Syracuse, which I have at number 13, or whoever else. But yeah. Number 14 got Oregon 8-1 in their conference, 23 overall. Have them losing in the Pac-12 championship, so not bad for Oregon, making it to the Pac-12 championship. But I do have them losing to a Pac-12 team on the other side. You guys can guess what you think that team is, because there are two possibilities. So yeah, I guess we'll see on that. At number 13, got my favorite team, Syracuse, 6-2 in the conference, 72 overall. They look really well. I could be overreacting to their 5-0 start, but beating Purdue, who I think is a very good team and will make it to the Big Ten championship. I think that Syracuse is beating them. Good win. Virginia looks solid. They got a few good wins, so I think that they'll be able to continue, and they'll do nicely in the ACC. So let's get to number 12. And at number 12, I got Penn State, 7-2 in the conference, 10-2 overall. Got Penn State, doing very well, but unfortunately not making it to the Big Ten championship game and not making it to the playoffs. So it's to the point where these teams, unfortunate to miss the playoffs, but will probably play in big bowl games, so good for them. Number 11, got Maryland at 6-2, 10-2 overall. Maryland has impressed. They were very close to beating Michigan, and then they destroyed Michigan State. I know the score says otherwise, like it was kind of close, but not really. Michigan State not ranked here because they kind of fell off the face of the earth, sadly, because I also like Michigan State, but I'm more of a Syracuse fan. But yeah, they're my other team, because I feel like in college you can have two teams, since I'm not a die-hard college fan. But that's just a whole different subject. Yeah, Maryland looking good. So far, they are currently 4-1. Got them finishing at 10-2. Number 10, Ole Miss, 6-2 in the conference, 7-2 overall. Ole Miss has a real shot at the playoffs if they could beat Alabama. Now they would have to beat Alabama to make it to playoffs, but Ole Miss got a shot at the playoffs. They just got to make the SEC championship game, and they got to beat the other teams. I don't know if they will. I think they'll do pretty well, but unfortunately will come up short. At number 9, got Tennessee, 6-2 in the conference, 10-2 overall. I think Tennessee is a great team that will be able to work their way up to second in the SEC East, but will not be able to win it. I got a certain team winning it, as you guys probably know what team that is, but yeah. Fortunate for Tennessee. At number 8, got USC, 8-1 in the conference, 11-1 overall. I just have them losing to one game. So yeah, this is also where it gets really disappointing, where you got one loss, but you're out. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate for them. At number 7, got Michigan, 8-1 in the conference, 11-1 overall. All they would be missing the SEC. The Big Ten championship, just like USC will be missing the Pac-12 championship, and that's probably a big reason why they won't make it into my top 4. So let's get on to the top 6, and I like to say the top 6 are like the 2 on the outside and then the 4 that are actually in. Here I got at number 6 Alabama, 11-1 and 11-2 overall. I have them losing in the SEC championship to the number 1 ranked team, Georgia. So yeah, you guys can obviously see it, so you guys know. So yeah, I have them losing to Georgia in the SEC championship. They will miss out. At number 5, got Oklahoma State, 8-1 in the conference, 12-1 overall. I think they'll barely miss out, because I think that the Pac-12 is a bit stronger than Big 12 this season. I think Utah will be able to work up, and I feel like Utah's one loss against Florida will be better than Oklahoma State's one loss, and they're undefeated in the conference. Got them winning their championship game. So yeah, many reasons why I get Utah over Oklahoma State, but I feel like both teams will be good. So yeah, Utah At 4, Oklahoma State. At 5, just barely missing it out for Oklahoma State. And Utah just barely making it in. Could be a big surprise. I mean, I feel like most people don't expect Utah to make it, but I think they beat USC, they beat Oregon twice, and I think that that would not twice. They beat Oregon once, and that would make them a top 4 team. At number 3, you got Clemson going 7-1 in conference, 12-1 overall, winning the ACC championship. I don't think winning the ACC championship is very impressive, so I could see Utah maybe moving up to 3 because in championship week they'll be looking better. But if not, I got if they don't move down, since the Coastal they had to blow out the team of the Coastal to stay up into the top 3. If not, I feel like they would move down, but cannot lose the team in the Coastal. I don't think they will. And yeah, I got them with just 1 loss. I got every team in the country with the loss. I just feel like it's just one of those years where you won't really see any undefeated teams. Every team has showed some weakness and will get upset at one point, in my opinion. Number 2, we got Ohio State, 8-1 in the conference, 12-1 overall. Winning the Big Ten championship against Purdue. Good win there. And got them at number 2. At number 1, got Georgia once again, 7-1 and in the conference, 12-1 overall, winning the SEC championship over Alabama. So what I would think would happen is that Georgia beats Utah and does not blow them out, although I have Ohio State blowing out Clemson, and I got Ohio State barely beating Georgia. So right now I got my national champions as Ohio State. That's my prediction over Georgia. But I still do have Georgia as the number 1 team in the country. Let me know what you guys think about these predictions. Do you think Alabama will make it in? Do you think OSU will make it in? Oklahoma State, not Ohio State, will make it in. Do you think Utah or USC will make it in? Either or. Clemson, maybe a surprise team like Syracuse makes it in. What do you guys think? Do you think Michigan makes it in over Ohio State? There's a lot of possibilities this season, but you guys see my possibility, which is Georgia, Ohio State, Clemson, and Utah in the playoffs. So once again, tell me what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.